Good afternoon, PSD Global Academy. I want to take a moment to update you on the conversations that I've been able to have with my staff now since we've been able to gather together in Microsoft Teams and really get into some of the details about how we launched the 2021 school year. The first thing I want to say is that I am really excited about the school year. Starting with a staff meeting on Microsoft Teams is not the way I would have ever imagined starting a school year. But I can honestly say that the energy I got from being able to connect with the staff and really get enthusiastic and excited about how we're going to try and make this year as amazing as it can possibly be, I really felt inspired by the commitment from each of the staff members at PGA and their desire to make this an amazing school year as well. Part of the message that I shared with staff is that my focus and the mindset I really want to bring is that even though we have a tremendous number of things that are going on in the world right now, and we've got a lot of things that are affecting what education looks like and how we try to meet needs of what our system is supposed to offer and provide, we could very easily get stuck in a place of thinking about what we can't do and thinking about what is happening to us and kind of almost take that victim's role. And I'm hoping that my staff feels inspired after Monday's meeting, and I certainly feel like that is the case. I take that back on Wednesday's meeting. That we're going to be able to start the school year with this optimistic belief that we're going to be able to do amazing things with kids this year. And we are going to do amazing things with kids because it is what we are about. And even though there are maybe some circumstances that alter the way we do some of this work, we are not going to be focused on those changes from the perspective of being stuck in why that happened. We're just simply going to get very quickly to, okay, if this is how we're operating, how can we make this amazing for folks? So with that in mind, I do want to circle back and share some information with each of the families, because I know there's an important piece of information that a great number of you are concerned about, and that is regarding the potential for online instruction and really feeling like you have a way to feel safe with your family, not just through the first quarter, but through the first quarter and beyond. And I think that also gets a little bit to the consistency of the instruction model. And what I wanted to share is that after speaking with the teams, high school team, middle school team, and elementary school team, we have, as a staff, have agreed that it will be our goal this year to offer online instruction for the entire school year. Now, I know for those of you that are saying, I really need to be able to get my kids on campus, I really need to have opportunities for them to be able to connect with peers, I feel comfortable doing so. I also want to say to each of you that it is also our goal to create opportunities for that to happen for those families that feel comfortable with that. I simply can't describe exactly what that will look like at this time because I am still waiting for guidance from the district with regard to the numbers of students that we can bring on campus and how we do that. We're just waiting for clarity on that as they continue to work with the Limerick County Department of Health. But what I can tell you is that for this first quarter, because the district has decided to go online, we're going to be online, and we just feel but come October, I don't see the district changing course on that, honestly. As the flu season ramps up, we're going to have a tough time distinguishing between flu cases versus COVID-19 symptoms. And so I think that it's going to be a tough challenge to say that it's going to be realistic to presume that kids can come back on campus in great numbers at that point in time. By January, I think it's unclear. That's several months away still, but even with conversations around vaccinations and things like that, there's some benchmarks of not just having a vaccination, but is it widely available and those kinds of things. So when we discussed as a staff, we just felt like we're going to be living in a space of uncertainty for a long time, and if we can bring a little bit of clarity to this, we felt that would be helpful to our families. So for those that are saying, I need opportunities for my kids to be on campus, I promise we will be messaging out with concrete actions that we will be able to take to support that. Our goal is that as soon as we get that guidance from the district, that we will be able to message out and say, for kids that need those additional supports, for kids that need interventions, for kids that would benefit from having those types of things happen where they can connect with somebody on campus in face-to-face in a socially distanced way and still maintain safety, we're going to support those efforts to make that happen. So I look forward to being able to offer that clarity and guidance as soon as I am able to do so. I know that every other school in our system right now is stuck in the same place in terms of wondering what they can do with bringing small groups of kids on campus. The other thing I do want to say is that for elementary and middle school families, I know when you think about the opportunities that specials classes offer, art, music, and PE, we are also thinking about how we could create opportunities to have a rotation of live class opportunities for that on campus for families that feel comfortable sending their kids in to be able to participate in such an activity. I really do look forward to being able to share more details on that once we have clarity, but I did want to get this message out to folks and let you know that that's the decision we've arrived on. This message is going out to all of our families, including those that have already opted into PSD Virtual this year. So for each of you that have elected to enroll at PSD Virtual, I do want you to know that if this decision causes you to think, gosh, maybe we do want to return to PSD Global Academy rather than remain at PSD Virtual, we will be trying to communicate some information about how you do that, or you may have already gotten that information yourselves in an email message from Cheryl Fenlison. So you should be able to follow those steps to unenroll from PSD Virtual and choose to remain at PSD Global Academy. For those of you that are enrolled at PSD Virtual and you're still thinking this may just be a better fit for our family this year, I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. You are absolutely welcome to remain at PSD Virtual for the upcoming school year. I just want you to be able to now make that fully informed choice now, since you know the direction the PSD Global Academy is taking. And I regret that I couldn't get that information to you prior to the August 8th deadline. It just simply didn't work with the timelines that we had and the communication schedule that the district was on as they shifted the focus of how we were going to launch the 2020-2021 school year. So I appreciate your understanding in all of this. I know that this decision is certainly going to leave some people frustrated, and it's going to leave some people very happy. And I want you to know that I'm not taking any of these decisions lightly, but we are trying to navigate a middle space where we can try and meet the needs of as many families as possible. So for those of you that really wanted that online opportunity at PGA, I want you to know we can support that. And for those of you that really wanted on-campus opportunities for your kids, I want you to know that we're investigating how we support that, and we are investigating what numbers we can bring kids on campus and maintain that balance of workload for teachers and making sure that we're keeping everything equitable. So that's not the end of the conversations, it's merely the start of the conversation, and we truly look forward to partnering with you and your child in your family in your child's education this year, and working with family supports as well. So once again, I want to wrap up with the message: we are truly excited about the 2020-2021 school year. We truly believe as a staff at PGA that this year is going to be amazing, and we are all going to be working as a team to help realize those amazing outcomes for each and every one of our kids. Thanks for listening.